You're tired? Good. That means you're moving. That means you're alive. That means you're chasing something bigger than sleep, bigger than comfort, bigger than what the world thinks you deserve. But hear this. Nobody cares that you're tired. Nobody. The world isn't going to clap because you're exhausted. It won't hand you a medal for being sore. It won't slow down because your legs are heavy, your lungs are burning, your eyelids are fighting to shut. The truth is brutal. Your pain is invisible. Nobody feels it but you. Nobody cares about it but you. And that's why you keep going. Because this war is not fought for their applause. It's fought for your freedom. It's fought for the life only you can carve out of the chaos. Life will drown you if you hesitate. It will drag you under with bills, betrayal, heartbreak, failure, and fear. Every wave will try to slam you down, hold you beneath, suffocate the fight inside you. And no one will jump in to save you. Not your friends, not your family, not the people you thought would always be there. Because this is your ocean, your storm, your battle. So when the waves tower over you, when exhaustion fills your chest like water, you don't wait for a savior. You breathe deeper, clench your teeth, and rise with your fists ready. Nobody cares if you're tired, but they will care when you refuse to drown. Dreams are heavy, don't fool yourself. They'll weigh down your back until your spine cracks. They'll crush your chest until every breath feels like fire. Most people put them down. Most people trade them for something lighter, something safer. But not you. You don't drop the weight. You don't hand it over. You carry it until it breaks you. Then you stitch yourself back together and keep walking. That's the curse of chasing something real. You will bleed, you will stumble, you will crawl. And nobody will care. Not until you win. Not until you've clawed your way to the top and forced the world to notice. So stop looking for pity. Stop waiting for applause. Drag your dream across the battlefield, no matter how heavy it becomes. You will fall. That's not a question. It's a fact. Your body will betray you. Your mind will scream that you're finished. The ground will taste like defeat. But here's the law. You rise again and again and again until standing becomes your rebellion, until rising becomes your weapon, until every scar on your body is a flag planted on the grave of weakness. Nobody cares if you're tired, but they will remember that you never stayed down. The world doesn't belong to the strongest. It doesn't belong to the smartest. It doesn't belong to the most talented. It belongs to the one who refuses to quit, to the one who laughs in the face of exhaustion, to the one who keeps walking long after everyone else has collapsed. And you know what? That path is lonely. You'll lose people. You'll lose comfort. You'll lose parts of yourself that you thought you needed. But what you'll gain is unbreakable. Freedom, strength. A will so sharp it cuts through the chains this world tries to wrap around your neck. So if you're tired, good, feel it, wear it, let it burn you alive. But don't stop, don't bow, don't quit. Every step you take while exhausted is a declaration. I will not break. Every breath you steal while suffocating is proof. I will not drown. Every time you rise while the world watches, silently hoping you'll stay down, you scream, I will not die forgotten. Nobody cares that you're tired. That's exactly why you keep going. Because when the end comes, you won't be remembered for the moments you rested, only for the moments you refused to. Tired has nothing. Comfort is worse. Comfort is the coffin that most people crawl into while still alive. It gives you soft pillows, warm excuses, and chains that feel like safety. But comfort will betray you. It whispers, "Rest, you've done enough," when you haven't even begun. It tempts you with easy roads, shallow victories, and hollow applause. And every time you give in, a piece of your fire dies. That's why you must run from it like it's poison. Because comfort is death wearing a smile. You think being tired is your enemy? No, comfort is. This life will test you in ways most will never endure. Not once, not twice, every single day. Hunger in your stomach, hunger in your heart, hunger in your bones. And here's the truth. Most people will break. They'll feed their hunger with crumbs, likes, money, approval. Another empty drink, another wasted night. They'll trade greatness for scraps, but not you. You starve until you can eat something real. You push until the hunger no longer feels like pain. It feels like purpose. Tired? Good. Starving? Better. Because hunger is proof you're still alive, still moving, still chasing what they never will. Understand this, the battle is invisible. It's not out there, it's inside. When you wake up and the bed feels like a grave, when your muscles scream like broken glass, when your mind tells you, stop, it's over. That's the war. And every morning you either win it or lose it. Most people lose, quietly, silently. They surrender with a snooze button. They wave the white flag by skipping the gym, by skipping the work, by skipping the fight. Nobody sees it. Nobody calls them weak. But you can't afford invisible losses, because every time you lose inside, you bleed outside. So fight. Fight like no one's watching, because no one is. And when you win that private war, the world won't understand how you never break. They'll think you were born strong. They'll never know how much blood it cost you. Freedom isn't free. It costs sleep. It costs comfort. It costs every soft part of you. You want to live unchained? Then you must cut away everything that makes you ordinary. Friends who laugh at your discipline, cut them. Excuses that taste like sugar, cut them. The version of you that's begging for an easier life, cut it, bury it, and never mourn. Because freedom belongs only to the madmen, the obsessed, the relentless few who would rather collapse chasing what they want than survive living what they hate. And when people call you insane, smile. That's the tax you pay for being free. Pain will drown you if you let it. But if you learn to breathe under it, if you learn to turn every wave into fuel, you will become unstoppable. Every scar is not a wound, it's a map. Every loss is not an end, it's a compass. Every bruise is not weakness, it's ink for the story of your survival. Let pain guide you. Let it break you open and carve away the parts of you that were never strong enough to last. Pain is the ocean, and you were never meant to sail on the surface. You were meant to dive until the pressure either kills you or makes you something the world can't touch. And remember, nobody cares. Not when you fail, not when you cry, not when you collapse. Silence will be your audience. The world will watch you bleed and move on. But that silence is your greatest gift, because when nobody cares, nobody controls you. You are free to grind in the shadows, free to suffer in the dark, free to become something so violent, so unrelenting, that when you finally arrive, when you finally rise, the silence shatters into fear. So stop waiting for rescue. Stop waiting for someone to care. Nobody's coming. Nobody's watching. Nobody gives a damn if you're tired. And that's why you keep going. That's why you dig deeper when there's nothing left. That's why you become ruthless with yourself, merciless with your excuses, violent with your weakness. Because when the end comes, when the storm clears, when the dust settles, they will not remember your rest. They will not remember your comfort. They will only remember this, that when the world was drowning in sleep, in comfort, in weakness, you kept going. You refused to stop. You became the proof that nothing, not pain, not hunger, not exhaustion, could break you. You will be alone. Not sometimes. Not occasionally. Always. Because the path you're walking, nobody else is built to endure it. Don't expect support. Don't expect cheers. Don't expect understanding. You will be mocked. You will be doubted. You will be abandoned. But here's the truth. Loneliness is the furnace. It burns away every illusion of safety. It strips you of comfort, of false love, of fake allies. And what's left? Only the raw steel of who you really are. That's why solitude is not a curse. It's purification. When you walk alone, you don't carry dead weight. You carry nothing but the fire in your chest and the hunger in your bones. And that's enough. You want strength? Pay for it. You want freedom? Bleed for it. You want to rise above everyone else? Then prepare to leave everything behind. Sleep gone. Comfort gone. Easy pleasures gone. The smiles of those too weak to follow you gone. You must sacrifice the life you could have had to build the life no one else dares to reach. And here's the catch. You won't get it back. There's no refund. Sacrifice is permanent. That's why most people stop. They want both. They want greatness and comfort. They want fire without scars. They want victory without loss. But you're not most people. You will pay the toll. You will keep paying. And the higher the price, the sharper your blade becomes. Don't fool yourself. The world doesn't reward strength, it fears it. And when people fear you, they will betray you. Not once, not rarely, constantly. The ones you trust will abandon you. The ones who praised you will turn on you. The ones who swore loyalty will cut your back when it bleeds the most. Good. Because betrayal is another weapon in your arsenal. It teaches you not to lean. It teaches you not to beg. It teaches you that the only spine you can trust is the one holding your body upright. So let betrayal come. Welcome it. Use it. Every knife in your back is another scar to remind you. You were never meant to be protected. You were meant to be unstoppable. You will not survive on motivation. Motivation dies. It's fragile. What you need is obsession. Ruthless, relentless, unforgiving. Obsession doesn't care if you're tired. Obsession doesn't care if you're broken. Obsession doesn't care if you've lost everything. Obsession whispers, keep going, keep going, keep going. And it doesn't stop until you become the very thing you were chasing. That's why people will call you crazy. That's why they'll call you heartless. That's why they'll call you a monster. Because obsession terrifies the comfortable. And obsession is the only thing that can free you from their cage. You think you're just fighting weights, miles, sleepless nights? No. You're fighting existence itself. The world will try to chain you. Time will try to bury you. Weakness will try to own you. But war is your language now, and war doesn't end until everything else does. So don't chase peace. Don't chase balance. Don't chase the lie that one day it will get easier. It won't. And that's why you will rise where they all collapse. Because you've accepted it. Because you've embraced it. Because you know the truth they refuse to face. This is not about comfort. This is not about rest. This is not about peace. This is about war, and you are the war. You will fail again, again, again. Not once, not twice, not just a few times, endlessly. Every plan you make will collapse. Every attempt will be spit back in your face. Every effort will feel like nothing. And when that moment comes, the weak will break. They'll cry about unfairness. They'll surrender to despair. They'll crawl back into their cages and decorate the bars to pretend they're free. But not you. Failure is not the end. Failure is your weapon. Failure is gasoline. Every time you fall, you rise with scars. And every scar is proof that you refused to die where you stood. That's why you must not fear failure, you must seek it. You must walk into the fire knowing it will burn, knowing it will strip you bare, knowing it will reduce you to ash. Because only then will you know the taste of rebirth. The ashes are where monsters are born. Do you think you'll live forever? Do you think time is on your side? It isn't. Death is already following you. It's walking behind you. It's breathing on your neck. Most people run from this truth. They cover it with distractions, with parties, with empty noise. They pretend tomorrow is guaranteed. But you cannot afford that illusion. Death is not your enemy. It is your companion. It reminds you every second is stolen. It whispers that every rep, every mile, every scar might be your last. That's why you cannot waste time. That's why you cannot delay. That's why you cannot ever say tomorrow. Tomorrow's a lie. Tomorrow's for the weak. Your war is now. Your fight is now. Your moment is now. So when death follows you, don't run. Turn around. Stare it in the eyes, smile, and keep moving. Because every step forward spits in its face. Ask yourself this. When you are gone, what will remain? Silence? Dust? A name nobody remembers? Or will your scars carve echoes into eternity? Will the world whisper about the monster who refused to break, the storm that refused to pass, the hunger that refused to be fed? Legacy is not given. It is not inherited. It is not a gift. It is carved through suffering, through sacrifice, through 1,000 nights of pain that no one saw, no one celebrated, no one believed in. That's why legacy is the sharpest blade. Because it outlives you. Because it cuts through time. Because it proves that you existed, not as a shadow, but as a storm. So bleed for it, suffer for it, burn for it. And when the world asks, why do you keep going? You will answer with silence. Because the answer is carved in your scars, in your blood, in your very existence. Do not be calm. Do not be polite. Do not be gentle. Politeness is for sheep waiting for slaughter. Calmness is for men already dead. You must rage, not against the world, not against enemies, not even against fate. You rage against the weakness inside you, the sickness that whispers for rest, for comfort, for safety. That sickness is eternal. It never dies. It never goes away. The only cure is to kill it every single day. Kill it when the alarm screams and your body begs for more sleep. Kill it when the weights feel heavier than your bones can hold. Kill it when your lungs are tearing and your legs feel like lead. Every drop of sweat is blood in that war. Every rep is an execution. Every scar is a tombstone for the man you used to be. This is rage, not anger, not chaos. Rage is control sharpened into a weapon. Rage is hunger forged into steel. Rage is the fire that burns the coward out of you. Hunger is not optional. Hunger is not a feeling. Hunger is law. The universe does not reward the satisfied. It does not honor the content. It does not remember the comfortable. It remembers the hungry. The ones who never stopped. The ones who clawed through the dirt when the world had already buried them. The ones who chewed through chains instead of accepting the cage. That is hunger. Not appetite, not desire. But a madness that consumes everything soft inside you until nothing remains but steel and fire. So feed it. Feed it with pain. Feed it with sacrifice. Feed it with the very pieces of yourself you thought you needed to survive. Because hunger will either devour you or forge you into something untouchable. And when the weak look at you with pity, when they call you obsessed, insane, inhuman good, because they don't understand, they never will. Hunger is not for them. It is for monsters. Most people fear the abyss, the endless dark, the silence, the weight of nothing pressing forever. They fear being alone with themselves. That is why they hide in noise, in distraction, in comfort. They fear silence because in silence the truth screams. The truth that they are weak, that they are cowards, that they will die forgotten. But not you. You must learn to make the abyss your home. You must walk into the void willingly. You must stare into the black and smile. Because in that place, when there is no one to save you, no one to cheer for you, no one to drag you forward, you will find out what you are made of. And if you survive it, if you endure it, if you embrace it, then you will no longer fear the dark. You will become it. Understand this. No one is coming to save you. No one cares how tired you are. No one cares how broken you feel. The world doesn't want your excuses. It doesn't want your tears. It doesn't want your sob story. It wants your blood. It wants your will. It wants to see if you will kneel or if you will rise. So rise. Rise with your scars. Rise with your hunger. Rise with your rage. Rise when every bone screams, when your lungs burn, when your reflection terrifies you. Rise. Not because the world needs you to, but because you refuse to be anything less than war itself. You're not human anymore. You are hunger given flesh. You are rage given form. You are the abyss wearing skin. And when the world finally sees you, it will not understand you. It will not accept you. It will only fear you. Good. Because fear is respect carved into the bone. Fear is the crown you take from the dead hands of the weak. So when they whisper your name, when they curse your shadow, when they beg the dark to make you disappear, smile. Because you are proof that monsters exist. And monsters never quit.